Yes, people, back again, Guna Gospel TV, and you could be anywhere in the world, but you're here with me, so I appreciate that. And look, first of all, if you could, please like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and yeah, let's go. I've got a couple guests with me, a few regulars. I've got my guy, JT, Guna.
First time I've been called regular, trust me.
Couple of the regulars.
Normally irregular.
What's happening, bro? You all right?
Oh, mate, just trying to see out the end of the transfer window without getting caught up in it all. How are you, man?
I'm good, bro. I'm good. And I've got loudmouf, as he likes to say. You hear him before you see him. What's happening, bro?
that is a shot as well, isn't it? There we go. It's a family show above the belt.
Yeah.
No, he's right. I always do say that still. I mean, how you guys doing? Yeah, you not enjoying the transfer window? Dead for Arsenal, except the outgoings.
Listen, let's kick it off because obviously, as we're recording right now, it's transfer deadline day, and we've got a couple hours to go. I'm not sure if you guys have seen Mikel Arteta's press conference. He said we're not getting any more in. It's all outgoings right now. How you lot feeling? What's your initial thoughts? Let's start with you, loudmouf, because it looks like you've got something to say, bro.
After that reaction, it's got to
be.
Boom. You, bro. Deadline day. We usually have activity in deadline day. We make some big transfers, but today you're disappointing me, Arsenal. You're disappointing me, man. I thought we was going to do something. We thought we was just going to, I don't know, undercut Liverpool, to take Gravenberch off them, undercut Brighton, take Ansu Fati off them. But nah, we're not going to do anything. We're just going to chill out and let people go. I guess he's going to get rid as much people as he can. And then in January, I don't want to jinx it, but hopefully, bring in some people that he wants. Because last time, didn't he bring nobody in January? No, he got in Trossard. That's the season. Don't listen to me.
Yeah. Jorginho came in January as well, didn't he?
Yeah. I'm thinking of the season before. So he might be getting rid of everybody, and then January he's going to bring in some people that he wants. But we've been linked to Kudus the whole bloody time, and he goes to West Ham. That's the same with Paqueta as well. Remember when we linked with him, we were supposed to get him as well, and he went to West Ham. So yeah, I don't know.
What? Not too happy? Yeah. What are you saying? What are you saying, John? How are you feeling about the transfer window?
You know what? We said this at the beginning on our first pod, and it was really nice for Arsenal to get a lot of their dealings done at the beginning to give them time to bed in. I'm not a big fan of last minute buys. I mean, I know Ozil came in last minute that year, but that was because of people leaving, wasn't it? Yeah. But normally, if you buy them late, you've got to bed them in. You either throw them in, which is pretty much how to do with Kai Havertz, and that hasn't worked, or you or you lose them for a couple of weeks while they start to build up. I want to know what left back hurt Mikel Arteta so much that he doesn't want any at the club, because he's got rid of Tierney, he's got rid of Tavares. He doesn't want Zinchenko to play at left back. What happened that really did that to him? Because it's outrageous, man. We ain't got cover there.
Yeah, at the back maybe.
You're killing me, man. You're killing me. All right, look, let's say, all right, let's start with the defense then, because it looks like the defense we're going with this season seems like Zinchenko, Kivior, Tomiyasu, Saliba, Gabriel, Ben White.
Yeah,
because he's just got
six defenders.
Yeah, because it looks like Holding's on his way to Palace, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Holding's off. 4 million.
Yeah. 4 million. Yeah.
Yeah.
Having his medical as well. So
I'm a little bit gutted by that, because I think given a run of games, he is all right. But the problem is he don't get a run of games, and he's got a rick in him. It just, he's strengthened in defence when he brought in Timber and he brought in Wright and bringing in Raya.
And Timber, obviously, sorry.
But like I say, he then gets rid of all the left backs. I don't understand why he doesn't want cover in that position. Because yes, Tommy Asu can play there, and getting back, if we go back to the Fulham game, part of the reason we set up the way we did, I think, is because Tommy Asu was suspended for that one after the red card against Palace. But to have no recognised cover at left back makes me think he's going to stick with the Partey experiment, and I thought that was just an experiment.
That's awful news.
Well,
the defenders you've mentioned, Dan, sorry to cut you off there, fella. Sorry, but Saliba and Gabriel walk into any Premier League side, literally any Premier League side. Do you know what I mean? And I think there's a case to say that Saliba walks into any side in the world. To be fair,
and Zinchenko as well. What do you reckon?
We saw against Fulham again. He's got a rick in him. He has still got that in him because he but that's part of the philosophy, isn't it? They like to play football, so it's going to happen.
Yeah.
I'd have him in the side every day of the week and twice on Sundays. But in the style of football he's having, I like the Kieran Tierney style fullback that bombs on and gets crosses in. He's a Nigel Winterburn, Stuart Pearce type player. Do you know what I mean? And that's what I grew up on. So that's why I like that style of football.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, we can't second guess the fella, can we? I don't think he knows sometimes.
But it's not the whole thing is though. What I was sort of getting at last week is part of it though is Tierney wants to play football as well, and with Zinchenko in the side, and obviously Arteta not fancying that style of fullback, how much football is Tierney going to get? And I think it's not just Arteta choosing, Tierney's choosing his option as well to sort of play football. Just like Rob Holding, I'm sure he could have sat on the bench and just waited, but I'm sure he wants to play, even though he's probably not first choice at Palace, because they've got Gahey and Anderson, and I'm sure both of them are better than Holding, really. So yeah, it's tough. It's tough. We still got Cedric. What do you lot reckon?
It's his birthday, isn't it?
Hey?
Happy birthday, Cedric Suarez.
Is it his birthday? Yeah.
It's either today or yesterday. But I forgot about that guy.
But do you know what? He's probably looking around the dressing room going, am I still here?
It's true. How did Tierney go out before him? I know he was injured previously, but come on, what is this? He should have gone first.
I mean, it's part of that thing though as well. That you can only sell the players that people want to buy. Do you know what I mean? So no one really wants to buy Cedric, do they? You know.
And that's the tough thing. It's because I've heard a lot of sort of people talking about, but we should have been selling earlier and this and that. But it's a buyer's market.
Yeah, if no one wants to buy them.
If no one wants to buy something, you can't sell it.
And there's only so many times you can write off the contracts as well. We've done it to big players. We've done it to Birmingham, to Ozil. That's a lot of dough to start writing off.
Exactly.
Yeah,
you saw how the fans lost their minds when we kept sort of giving people their contracts back. Look, let's get on to, actually, that sort of gets me on to the whole Nicolas Pepe thing. Do we reintegrate him or do we cut ties? Is he going to be the last contract cut?
I think we kind of have to. If we're going to not bring in any more players, we have to reintegrate him. He needs to be with the first team as of today. You know what I mean? Because we need more cover on the right-hand side. You know what I mean? We've only got Saka. I think everybody else can play there. I don't know. I think Jesus could probably play on the right. Or,
we've got Reece Nelson.
You got
We've got Reece Nelson. I know we've sort of forgotten.
More the merrier, innit? More the merrier. You know what I mean?
With Reece, you can't rely on his injuries, can you? That's the problem. I think he gets niggles, doesn't he, Reece? Otherwise, 100%. That's what I was going to say. Like Reece Nelson. You've got. I know he's out on loan again, but that Marquinhos as well. He looks like a good player, and Fabio Vieira. They're sort of vying for that place. But I also agree with Aaron. If you're not going to buy anyone in, you've got to have a squad depth. He might not be the best player. I personally still think there's a player in Pepe somewhere.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he might be one of those players you say to him, look, we'll try and ship you out next year because you're not happy here, we're not happy with you, but stay here for this season for us, so we can rest Saka for your Carling Cup games or your FA Cup games or whatever. You know, you'll only play once or twice, but you know, when I need to rest it, doesn't look like he's ever going to rest Saka because he's played 83 games on the bounce.
Yeah, you know, that's mental.
It's going to kill him, isn't he? Really? And
yeah, it's going to burn him out.
And this is why the question was: do we reintegrate Nicola Pepe? Because it seems like if he's going to be here, we might as well play him, isn't it? Like, he's a left-footed, right-sided player.
Mm-hmm.
But then you're going to kill Trossard, aren't you?
Yeah, but you can play him up front as well. Like, you can play him in maybe as a centre mid, you know, attacking midfielder or even a striker. Maybe have them rotate around. You know how they like to do that. They like to switch positions and that. So maybe you can if you want to experiment with that. Put Pepe up front.
Number 10
or up front or as a centre forward. You know what I mean? Like, he doesn't always have to play in the wing. Because Martinelli, you see him in the middle as well as on the wing as well. So
it's an interesting idea. Look,
can't he in the middle? If you put him in the middle.
Speaking about forwards, congratulations, Eddie Nketiah. He's got his
first
England call up.
Hey.
You know, he could be getting his first cap coming up.
But there's another one for you, right? Look, I know it. Again, when it comes to stuff like this, I'm old school, right? And it should be. I'm along the Terry Venables lineup. If you're playing well for your club, you get into your country's team because that's how you get there. How the hell is Harry Maguire getting in ahead of some of the defenders that are playing week in, week out? Do you know what I mean? He's got something on Southgate. There you go, mate. Get me back in the space.
The backhander.
Isn't it? Even though he's got nudes.
Yeah,
the problem is Southgate. He's got his favourites, and I just don't get it, man. Like Jordan Pickford, I don't understand any of it, man. Do you know what I mean? I just don't get any of it.
This argument, right, that does my head in is they say, oh yeah, but the players that you've got like Tomori or
brilliant centre-back.
Who's the other fella? I can't remember the other young lad. Or say someone left field like Lewis Dunk or someone. Dunk's been called up, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's been called up. Yeah.
I say, yeah, but you ain't got any experience. Yeah, but he can't get experience. We've got Slabhead standing in front of him the whole time. Do you know what I mean? Get rid of that geezer, and he might, or at least play him alongside him, so he gets used to playing and think, well, I can do better than this geezer. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't. And look, again, to be fair, he's very rarely actually let England down as much as he has United because he's got other players and whatnot around him, but. We've got to start looking forward as well. You can't keep picking Harry Maguire. You've got to let these guys get experience. They can't get experience if they're going to play him. It's the same thing with, and this is not an anti-Spurs thing because he's obviously now at Bayern Munich, but when it comes to friendlies, for instance, don't pick Harry Kane. We know what he can do. Let Eddie Nketiah have a run out. See what he can do against international class defenders. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, facts. Look. I don't want to make this about England because... yeah, we've got a 2-week break to sort of have to deal with all of that. I want to get into yesterday Champions League draw. How are you lot feeling? Are you lot happy with the group?
We have to go to Eindhoven, bro. We have to go. But the day off after work, we have to go.
Is it
full day trip?
Let me sort of say the teams we got. Yeah, we got PSV of the Netherlands. We got Sevilla, Spain, and then we got Lens, France. How confident are you lot feeling? Go. What you got, John? How confident are you feeling, mate?
Someone said to me, you couldn't have asked for a better draw than that. And I said, well, we could have asked for Man City's draw because that one there was stupidly. They've got a bunch of part-timers. Look, with all due disrespect to everyone else in that group, we should be finishing top 2, shouldn't we? You know, I think Sevilla is going to be the game we're going to, especially away. We'll struggle against them, but we should have enough to get out of the group. It's not the hardest one. At least we're not in Newcastle's group, man. That is tough.
That's a group of death.
Group of death to blood.
Listen, it's going to be interesting. It's welcome back to the Champions League.
And it's going to be interesting to see how Arteta does it now against top class managers. Because, like say, Sevilla are a good side. PSV are, would you reckon they're probably about us in the Dutch league? Do you reckon they're about our standard? I don't know.
I think we're better than them. We should be. So... Listen, last season, what was it? Europa League.
I don't know.
They done us.
Yeah.
But we should be dispatching of teams like.
And the last time in the Champions League that we played them, they beat us as well. So they are kind of a bogey team for us in Europe. PSV. I don't think we should sleep on them.
No.
Obviously, we've got history with them, and Lens, we've got history with them as well. So hopefully we can.
A couple of times we
history. Yeah. I think we played against them in the Europa, and I think they beat us, and we beat them as well. So I don't know about them. I'm a bit iffy about them as well. So I feel we should finish top 2, but it's going to be a tough top 2 to get. You know what I mean? It's not going to be easy as most.
It's going to be quite nice, though, isn't it?
What's that?
Be sort of challenging, rather than getting stuck with Bayern Munich or Real Madrid or whatever. Getting tough games that we can see ourselves navigating, but not 100% sure about. It's going to be a good way of getting reintroduced. A lot of these players haven't played Champions League for anyone, let alone us. We obviously got Kai Havertz that scored in the Champions League final. Jorginho's played in the Champions League final, but most of them haven't got anywhere near Europe, let alone playing the Champions League. So it'll be interesting, and obviously to see how Arteta does, because like I say, in the Europa League, the last couple of years that he was in it, when he was in it after we won the FA Cup, he was a bit iffy, wasn't
he? Yeah.
Some of his decisions were a bit iffy.
No, definitely, man. Listen, I wanted to we've sort of rattled through quite a few of the questions I've got. I wanted to talk a bit about the weekend, Sunday, against United. How you lot feeling about it overall? Are you lot worried about the result because of the result we had last weekend?
No.
Are you lot feeling optimistic? How are you lot feeling? What are you saying, loudmouf?
Because it's United, he's not going to play Pie at right back, yeah? If he does, I'm just not going to watch the match. You know what I mean? Because... No, I'm joking, but he needs to take this serious. This is not an experiment. This is not a Sunday League match. This is not a friendly. Yeah, this is against Manchester United. We need to take this serious. This is more serious than Tottenham. It's United. Let's be honest, they're our competitive rivals since God knows when back when we were all winning stuff. So he needs to play back four, party in the middle. The rest, the team picks itself, basically. Play Gabriel Sleeve at the back, Zinchenko, if he's fit, right back, Ben White, put Rice in there, Odegaard, Saka, Martinelli, and the thing is, it's the striker, I'm not too sure.
There you go, you said the team picks itself, but does it?
Yeah, Eddie, it'd have to be Eddie.
You go with Eddie, yeah?
Yeah, I'll go with Eddie, yeah.
Bring on Jesus later. What you saying, Joe?
Yeah.
How you feeling? And what's your team?
Something that Arsenal have done for a long time now is they don't play the opposition in front of them, as far as I'm concerned. I know Ant and I have spoken about this before. A lot of the players have moved on, but we used to play United in our heads, and it was the United under Alex Ferguson. It wasn't the United team that were in front of them. So they were like, oh my God, this is Man United still. This Man United side, I'll get at a ball. They're not the all-conquering teams under Ferguson. But having said that, I can't remember the geezer's name that they spent 90-odd minutes. What's his name, the forward?
Hoyland.
No. Hoyland, yeah, whatever his name. Yeah, that fella. Yeah. I've got a feeling he's going to turn up and be prime Haaland against us. Do you know what I mean? It's one of those things where I just think... I'm always nervous.
All over again.
Name sounds like Haaland, man.
Debut goal against Arsenal, as everybody else does.
It's going to be the wish version of Haaland.
That's why it's taking him so long to make an appearance. He's taking that long to ship him over. But see, so again, I'm the same. That as a fan, it's still Man United. I'm sitting there and thinking, I get as Aaron said, I get more nervous playing against them than I would do against Spurs. Weirdly enough, because you just know they pull out a result against us. I don't know what it is. It's like they step up against us. But what is good is they've just signed Reguilon from Spurs. And if he's nutty, he's going to be up against Saka straight away. It's like, well, hello, I've been waiting for you.
What, mate? You can't deny my belly.
But
regular.
I do think that he's going to drop Havertz for this one. I don't think Havertz plays against United. And so I agree with Aaron. I think tomorrow, I think Sunday changes. I think he reverts back to the team that played the majority of the team last year.
Yeah,
you know, maybe he drops Martinelli, who's not been on fire. He's one of my favourite players, Martinelli, in this squad. But maybe he drops him for Trossard again. I don't know, but
nah, I say you play Martinelli in a game like this.
Yeah, I think you should. You know, and I think because you've got Martinez is get out of ball at. Their goalkeeper is all over the place, isn't he? Do you know what I mean? So you just got to pepper him, I think. You know.
Yeah.
And I can't stop getting scared about them. How about you, Ant? What you've gone? Where are you with them?
Well, to be fair, I'm sort of swaying to where you lot are. I think he goes back to basics. I think he goes back to last season. He goes with Zinchenko because he's back from injury.
Yeah.
I think he goes back with Gabriel, Saliba, Ben White, Partey. I think Partey, Rice, Ødegaard, Martinelli.
See, the team I picked. It makes no sense.
Martinelli, Saka, but I think he starts Jesus. I think Jesus is back, and you know how Arteta feels about Jesus. He's undroppable to Arteta.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? When he's fit, he's in.
Yeah.
You see, it doesn't matter. I think Eddie could be on fucking 10 goals.
30 goals in the
10
season.
goals, 10 games. He's fit. He's in. He's like ruined everything. But listen, I could be wrong.
We said last week, didn't we? Nketiah scores goals at home. Do you know what I mean? So it's made, but like you say, every manager has their favourites, and if one of our managers' favourites is Jesus, I'm on board with that because I love him as well.
Of course. He's he's top 3, one of the best players at Arsenal.
Definitely,
He transforms us when he plays. He's a different breed, mate. He's got that Brazilian flair. He's top quality, top notch, man.
Doesn't he? He's not just a striker. He brings up. He lets Martinelli and Saka do their stuff, and that brings Ødegaard in as well. You know, we haven't really seen enough of Ødegaard this year because of the way that we've been set up.
Very true.
I think in this game, I do genuinely think that Man United don't track runners from midfield very well. So I think that's our option. Is to let our midfield run through them.
And the whole thing you said about you haven't seen the best from Ødegaard is very true, because I think that's to do with the whole Partey on the right, because you know Ødegaard plays on the right with Saka and Ben White. We've got Partey on the right now. It's probably disabling his game a little bit, you know? And it's causing a bit of issue to Ødegaard's game. The same thing with Saka as well. It's not helping his game as well.
Massively affected his game, man. Massively. Yeah. And that's no, in a way, it's a no bad thing. I mean, like, let's look. I keep trying to look at the Fulham game retrospectively, and I didn't do a podcast on it or a video at the end of it because I was a little bit. I could never really get the right words or how I felt about it, but
definitely. Listen, the vid I done, I spoke on it for probably about a minute because I couldn't. I was the same as you. I was trying to work it out, but I couldn't.
Their first goal, yes, Saka's ball out. Actually, when you look at it, it probably wasn't that bad. It's because where the defender had moved. You know, Saka played it a bit blind, but the defender had moved too far ahead. The striker, I can't remember his name, he scored when he wasn't trying to shoot where he put it. Because if you watch Aaron Ramsdale's reaction, he was actually Aaron Ramsdale was in the right position for the lob, but the lob didn't come. He scuffed it and it went in. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So there were lots of mitigating factors. And again, I know they weren't the same side, but Fulham and Spurs drew a couple of days later in the Carabao Cup. I said on the podcast before when we previewed it, Fulham weren't going to be mugs. They weren't going to come and sit back and defend or whatnot. They were trying to win that game as well.
Yeah.
But you're right. Putting Partey where he was, it knocked out Odegaard. It has actually affected Declan Rice. He hasn't been able to play his natural game. Saka hasn't got the same link up with Partey that he did have before, and so he hasn't got the Odegaard thing going back as well. So it did knock everyone out a little bit. We got through against Palace, and we did all right against Forest, but you can't keep relying on that and getting through, can you? You've got to go back to it's the whole square pegs in square holes thing. Put the players where they're supposed to be, and at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But that's where Wenger let himself down there towards the end. He was trying to get too many. He loved his diminutive number 10s, and you can't have Cazorla, Ozil. You know, you can't have all that Aaron Ramsey. You can't have all three of them in the pitch and expect to do something.
Too many lightweight, too many players that are.
Yeah,
it's too
bullied.
It got too technical. I think he went for too many technical players. Not saying there's anything wrong with a technical player, because listen, we all like a player.
Because all on this side,
got their head up. Yeah, it's too much sauce, man. So what? Result for the weekend. Let's get your score predictions in, and then let you lot get on with your evenings.
Do you know the really weird thing is we're only 3 games in. This will be our 4th game of the season, but it already feels like they're every game already
is a must win
because Man City had. Because last year Man City didn't start well, did they? You know, we said before, didn't we? On before the Fulham game, we said it was after the turn of Christmas when they started turning it on. Well, now they're already starting to turn teams over. I mean, I know it was only a 1-0 win against Newcastle. Was it Newcastle the week 1-0?
No.
Anyway,
their last game was it? Yeah, I think they beat
the game before that. Their second game of the season, I think, was Newcastle.
Yeah.
But already they're on 9 points, aren't they? And we're only on 7 already. And so if we drop 2 more points and they win again at the weekend, which they probably will, you're already looking and thinking, Christ, now where are they going to slip up now? So we have to win this game. It's not even a can't lose game. For me, it's a must win game already. I think we'll squeak it 1-0.
Yeah.
It's going to be a 1-0.
How are you feeling, Loudmouth? What's your score prediction for the game?
I think it's going to be a high scoring game. Last couple of games that we played against them has been high scoring. We lost 3-1 and then we won. Was it 3-2?
Yeah.
So it'd probably be an open game unless we can control it like we've done in the past. But I'm not sure. I don't know. Man United don't look like they're going to do much to us, to be fair. So I reckon it's going to be a high scoring game.
The famous last word.
But it is a derby, so they're going to turn up. So it's going to be probably 3-2 again to us.
3-2, yeah?
Yeah, no clean sheet for Ramsdale, unfortunately.
No.
I will take 6-5, mate. It doesn't matter as long as we win.
Yeah.
Listen, Man United, I think it's going to be one of them typical games. We're going to play possession football. Man United are going to play counter-attack football. They're coming to the Emirates. They know they're not going to have much of the ball, so they're going to stick Rashford, Anthony on the halfway line, and whenever we sort of lose the ball, they're going to just ping it out to them. Hopefully, we've got enough pace in Saliba and Partey, Gabriel. Hopefully, those boys are ready to do some running, boy, because you're going to have to chase down Rashford. But yeah. I'm going with 2-0. I'm going with 2-0, man.
Because remember, you were wearing your Fulham shirt last week, so you're going Arsenal this time, yeah?
I'm never wearing my Fulham shirt again. No. Listen, people, I didn't have a Fulham shirt. Just a white T-shirt. That was all. I didn't have a Fulham shirt, I promise.
What we do have to do, he didn't, by the way, he didn't. What we do have to do, though, is we've got to cut out the first-minute goals. Got to stop that.
Yeah.
Because it just gives us a rubbish base to start from, doesn't it?
Exactly, mate. Like, we've got to stay on top, stay clocked on, and deal with the matter, mate. We've just got to deal with United. Boys, that's it. Gooner Gospel TV. Thank you. Thanks for coming on, boys. JT, where can they find you, bro?
So my Twitter handle there at JT Gooner, that's one of them. If you go on Twitter, my more active account is at Gooner Armchair. Come and find me there. I'll be posting ads, links up. We post and tweet each other's stuff all the time. So come and find us, guys.
Yes, mate. Come find us. Come join in. Let's wrap it up. Loudmouf, they'll find you in any supermarket around the ends. He don't really do the socials thing. But yeah.
Yeah, man's a supermarket, you know. Not even like you just see him rolling around somewhere.
Yes, any supermarket. You might catch him on your local end.
Just standing outside going, "Don't put party right back."
Yeah, man. You might just catch him. No, but any last words, Loudmouf?
Nah, I don't want to jinx it. Because last time I said we were going to win against Fulham and we didn't. So I'm not saying nothing today. We need to win this.
I said we were going to win as well, man.
Oh, man.
Yeah, we all felt that we were going to win. We got too cocky. But listen, it's what it is. It's the game. We love it. It's what we're here for, man. And yeah, come on, Arsenal, man.
That's right.
Nice one.
Arsenal.
Wicked boys.
North London forever.